Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name's Ash, aka I'm a Ghostbuster, and today I'm going to be doing a quick sort of preview of a game that I looked and played at over the E3 2021 weekend. Now, this is made by TikTok Games and it is currently scheduled for release on 29th of July 2021, so only 3 weeks away from now, and it's coming to Steam and Switch initially. Now, this is a 2D shmup, a very cutesy sort of cartoony style to it, and yeah, it was one of the highlights for me from the indie game side of E3, if not the whole sort of E3. It was one of the ones that I got to play, enjoy hands on. I even got to sit down with the developers for half an hour for a sort of demonstration and a sort of Q&A, which was absolutely fantastic. So I'm just going to talk about it quickly, and then we'll jump straight into it. But first off, I'll do what I do with my reviews, just to give you a sort of heads up of what the game is about, and I'll read the sort of the bio. So, Earth needs your help. Save our planet from the cybernetic fish armada, the Dark Tide, who are spreading their reign of terror into outer space. Pilot a team of four-legged heroes as they fight to free their friends and bring peace to the solar system. So join the team. Each pilot has their own unique gameplay style to fit their fuzzy personality in up to four-player couch co-op. Hop in a mech and play as Barker the dog, whose ship Wishbone recruits buddies for extra firepower, Felicity the cat, and her spreadshot ship Payback, Lucio the bear and his helpful shield ship Mossy Pig 2, and Marv the rabbit in his ship Lucky 7 with homing bullets. So it says unleash super fusions, so overcome overwhelming odds by fusing your mech abilities to create a powerful hybrid of their strengths in co-op mode. Be ready for any situation with Barker's super attack bullet stream, tear through enemies with Felicity's cat gaze that unleashes a barrage of bullets, come to the age of injured comrades with Lucio the bear's expanding shield bear hug, which protects nearby teammates from incoming bullets and enemies, hot through enemy fire with Marv the rabbit's time slowed super attack, fearful focus. So it's got big bad boss battle, so it says test your might against the formidable bosses of each planet. Take on Spike the Narwhal, Vic the Sea Snake, and a whole slew of marine bad guys equipped with challenging attack patterns that increase with difficulty. Compete with friends, so work as a team, but be sure to grab the most plutonium from defeated enemies to see how your high score ranks amongst your fellow teammates. And can you defeat the Dark Tide before their deep sea forces completely take over the solar system? Squad up and fight to take back the Earth in Bark. So it stands for Bio Interstellar Arc. It is up to 4 players. So on Steam, it's got shared split screen and co-op, Steam achievements, full controller support, and remote play together. Now there is a demo available on Steam. I've played this demo. This is what I played over the E3 weekend. It's really fun. Now this is what the video is to the right. I am playing on a keyboard because I didn't have a pad at the time, so I suck. But it's not me personally. It's just because I'm trying to play on a keyboard and I'm used to playing with an Xbox pad. But it's an absolutely really fun game. Now, the first things that sort of stood out to me on this was the graphic style and the music and stuff like that, because the background music is really good and the art style is like really cartoony, and I really like that. So I asked the devs about that, and they said it was obviously they took the inspiration for the sort of graphical style from like early like 90s and 80s cartoons, like the morning cartoons for kids. And they've said that this game is obviously it's been in development for many years. It's only been in full development about a year and a half, but they spent like a year or so before then sort of brainstorming and idea storming, just deciding whether shmups are still popular and if it's something that people would want to play. Because honestly, the shmup genre isn't, it's more niche than it was years ago when it was all in the arcades and you were playing all those sort of games in the arcades. It is more of a niche sort of platform now in a genre, unfortunately, even though there's some absolutely fantastic games out there. Um, when I got to play the demo, obviously this is what I'm playing now. I got to play one of the levels, but when I had my demo with the developers, they showed me a more sort of a further into the game demo level, which was on Saturn. So not many people got to see that, which I was really really grateful for because it looked absolutely fantastic, crazy, awesome enemies, so much going on. and the boss on that level was ace. It's like the fish in Finding Nemo in the deep depths with a light for its head when they lose the goggles. It's basically a giant space one of them, which is absolutely fantastic. And I just love it. I love the variety of the enemies. Like the boss you get to play in the demo is like a starfish that shoots things out of the edge of its like points. It's cool. I love the idea that they're like space fish that are attacking. It's just such a strange concept, and I absolutely love it. So I highly recommend you try it. Now, the devs say they're obviously fans of like classic arcade and shmup games, which is what they've been heavily influenced by. But one thing that I did take note of was they said that they've developed this game so it's interesting for sort of like hardcore gamers who are into shmups already, but it's got that sort of it's got a difficulty curve that'll be good for newcomers. So if you've never played a shmup before, you're not going to get absolutely swamped down on the first level like a lot of like classic shmups do. That it's not going to be full on bullet hell from the beginning. There is a sort of a better gradient to that. So even if you haven't played a shmup, this may be of something to you. And also because of obviously it's a bit more kid friendly. There's no like blood and guts and violence. It's very cartoony. When something dies, it just pops. It doesn't turn into blood or anything. So younger audience may be interested in playing this because it is fun. It's cute and also like action based and stuff. I could see me playing it with my kids in co-op. So they've developed it so everyone can play, which I think is fantastic because I know a lot of people get put off by shmups because of the crazy difficulty spike. I asked them a few other questions like what sort of the length of the game. It's going to be sort of average shmup length depending on your sort of your what's the word? How good you are at the game, basically, your skill level. So if you're really good at it, you'll probably get through it quicker than those that aren't. There are secret characters, and I'm not sure if they said there was a secret level as well, which will add variety once you've quite completed the game on like the hardest difficulty. And there is obviously 3 difficulties per level at the moment that you can try in the demo. So if you play the first level and it's a bit too hard, you can always turn it down or turn it up if it's too easy for you. One other thing I really liked about it was like the co-op aspect. It's nice to have a game that really focuses on co-op. I mean, you can play it on your own. It was fun on my own, like I say, but with co-op, well, obviously when there's more than one of you, they did a presentation of this and showed me it. When there's 2 of you, you sort of combine your specials together and get like an ultimate ability, and I thought that was really cool. And it's all about sort of like using it at the right time on certain parts of the level or the boss, making sure you use like the slowdown at just the right time or the shield just at the right time and stuff like that, which I thought was absolutely fantastic. But yeah, other than that, like I say, it's hard to tell you how good it is without playing it. So I highly recommend you give it a try. There is a demo on Steam right now. It is rated 12, but like I say, it's not like violent or anything like that. So I'm going to play it. My son's younger than 12, and I'm probably going to sit and play it with him and my daughter. Just in co-op on the Switch because it's just something cool to play, and it's got a story as well. Like unlike a lot of shmups where it's just like a text wall and that's it, the story's begun. Do that. This actually has an actual story. I love the fact that the devs said they'd got an actual animation studio to do their intro movie, which I thought was great, and it proper hits you with the hearts right at the beginning, sets the stage for the game. And it does have an ongoing story because like in the Saturn level I played, there is some spoilers and certain characters in it and that, which so it does continue a story. It's not just you on your own shooting. There are going to be other characters around and stuff and interacting with you at points in the game as well, which I thought was really cool. And like I say, yeah, coming out to Switch and PC. I did ask about Xbox. Obviously, we are the Xbox Live Party podcast. They said at the moment focus is on Switch and Steam releases, getting them out and good to go and as good as they can be, and that totally makes sense. But they did say they've previously released games on Xbox and they've had good experience with Idea Xbox and the people at Idea Xbox. So I wouldn't be surprised if this appears on Xbox in the future. Maybe not straight away, but sort of like if there's any exclusivity deals or once the game's out fully on the other platforms and it's been updated and it's all patched and it's all working as it should be and stuff like that. Not that saying it won't be, but they can then start work on other ports for the system. So I really hope it does come to Xbox. This would be a really cool game to play. co-op with and get some achievements on and stuff like that. I will, however, be doing a full review of this game when it comes out. Like I say, it's 3 weeks ago time, 29th of July. I'm not sure if I'll be reviewing it on Switch or Steam yet. I'm hoping to do it on Switch because I've got that plugged in and set up, and obviously I've got the extra controllers and stuff ready to go with the Switch because you just pop them off the side and that's 2 straight away, which is nice. But yeah, I'll be doing the full review then. I just wanted to sort of talk about this game, give it a bit of notice basically, because I haven't seen a huge amount of people talking about it, and they should be because it's really good. The soundtrack's fantastic. You can even, if you go on YouTube, on TikTok Games as YouTube, there's some of the soundtracks on there. They're great. The art style's great. The story's great. I just think that it's an overlooked game, and I hope it does really, really well. And I hope the developers have a lot of success with it and either expand it with more content or do more sequels on it, because I'd love to see more like modern shmups, and especially ones that are more accessible as well. I think that's my main gripe with classic shmups at the moment. I'm sorry this took so long to come out after E3. Honestly, it's just been hectic here. We will have more videos up soon. But like I say, if you've enjoyed just looking at what I've been showing on the screen, and that is very basic, me just playing on a keyboard. If you want to see like more crazy in-depth videos, go look at the Steam page. It's got videos up there with like where it gets crazy, loads more enemies, loads more variations and stuff like that, showing off more of the bosses. Because like I say, I've seen one boss and played one boss, and they were both vastly different. So I can't wait to see what all the other bosses are. I've tried not to look into it too much because with games and stuff, when I'm doing previews, when I go into it to do the full review, I want it to be sort of like the first time. So I've tried not to go too in depth, like down the rabbit hole of seeing exactly what bosses are there and everything. But just the fact that there's different variety of characters, they've all got different abilities and stuff. There's something for everyone. I highly recommend you check it out. But that's that for now, and you're going to see a full review up in the future on the channel. So give us a like and subscribe if you've liked this video, and we'll see you soon for more gaming content. Bye for now.